Okay, I really didn't want to make this because I'm lazy and I hate drama, but I'm gonna do it anyway because, well, now that I've already looked at everything, I can't really not do it. So, let's start out with some great quotes. Rape can be funny. Maybe my mom will find the body. And did someone get offended over here? We'll start at the top. Rape can be funny. Picture Porky Pig raping Daffy Duck. I know what you're thinking, but Daffy had it coming. This is George Carlin, very successful comedian who will be missed. Yeah, suicide. Could shoot myself. Could hang myself. Sunday. That's a good day. Maybe Mom'll find the body. Serve her right for fucking me up the way she did. Gotta get a pen to write the suicide note. Always fucking something. Again, George Carlin, in one of his last stand-up routines. Did somebody get offended over here? Jeff Foxworthy. You notice that if men owned their own house and didn't have any wives, all they'd have is things from the taxidermist. We got an elk, a deer, a turkey, and a Siamese cat. Did someone get offended over here? Had to run off the road to hit that cat there quick. It was a joke, guys. I've got two cats. One on either side of the fireplace. That being said, I don't think any of these gentlemen got booed off stage. I don't. I could be wrong. I don't know what happened between Coughlin and Galen. Suicide's a terrible thing. You've got to be real careful how you joke about it. George Carlin's comedy made it because he was joking about his own suicide, which obviously hadn't happened, so all the pressure was gone. I don't put it past Richard to make jokes about suicide. Hell, I would make jokes about suicide. I make it all the time. I tell people I'm going to go home and cry and cut my wrists. Well, I haven't made it yet, and I don't know if that'll even show up. My wrists are scarless, was the point I was going to make. Anyway, not that it really matters. I'm going to analyze this video and the one that came right after it. First off, Galen's video is angry, and rightfully so. He's pissed off. I would be if that shit was said to me, as he says it. However, you got to look at some things in the human condition. This is his revenge, his retribution. He claims this is going to be his only video to Coughlin. And you see a whole lot of anger throughout that video. But one thing you don't see is any kind of conclusion in his body language, any kind of, the weight is off my shoulders, I'm so glad I got that out. Because it isn't there. I've watched the video about 2 or 3 times, which is all I can stomach, and it just gets angrier and angrier. I'll be honest, the body language in the video itself is more consistent with lying or knowingly embellishing the truth than an actual rebuttal. Now, everyone is unique. Everyone is has their own agenda and their own body language, and I am no body language expert. You won't catch me on CSI saying it was Jimmy in the kitchen with the steak knife and the poison. But that's my first and second and third impression from that video. I also look at the timing. If you've ever had something that bothers you, there's two ways to deal with it. You can either put it off, and then time makes everything feel better. It's one of the human coping mechanisms. The longer ago it was, the fuzzier we remember it. We remember of it, but it just doesn't have the same effect. Picture any emotional breakup you've ever been into. They say time heals those. They're right. Why would it be that he would pick now to make a video response? Obviously, his performance was outstanding. He was very well spoken. Why do that now instead of right when it happened, when the anger and frustration was fresh? And this furthers the point that I was saying earlier. Where is the relief? Where is the, oh, I'm glad that's over? Also, The Amazing Atheist, I don't subscribe to his channel. I don't watch many of his things. I have liked some of the stuff he's done in the past, but he's an asshole. And I'm a self-proclaimed asshole. I tell my friends I'm an asshole, but I'm really not. And TJ does the opposite. He claims that he's not an asshole, but he really is. I don't know how that works. I'm yet to figure it out. Coughlin's video, his response, I'm kind of amazed. If there was nothing in there that didn't feel genuine to me. Remember, I'm not an expert at this. Coughlin's stuff's all impromptu, and Galen's stuff looked like it'd been rehearsed several times. I still got the same kind of vibe out of it, but, you know, take that for what it's worth. I don't rehearse anything. This is not actually being read from a script. I'm just looking at my face on the computer screen because I'm easily amazed by moving pictures. Anyway, one of the things I noticed about Coughlin's video is he didn't so much apologize as ask for clarification. Begging for an apology is a sign of guilt. Asking for clarification means that either for a flaw in yourself or for a flaw in circumstances, you don't know what's going on. I'm leaning towards the latter. Coughlin actually said, you know, I wouldn't put it past me to do this. Could you tell me when it happened? And there's no proof on either side of these things. I'm not even going to begin to speculate. Although I guess I've already shown a little bit of bias in this video. Although, frankly, I'm going to quit with all this drama shit right after I get this off my chest, which has become what my YouTube account is. It's me getting shit off my chest every once in a while. I think it shows something, though, at how Coughlin is willing to be very, very emotional in his video, and obviously feels like the victim. And Galen has a cold, very rehearsed speech about how he was the victim and how he lives with scars. And The Amazing Atheist has that nice closing where he's talking about how much he pawned Coughlin and that sort of thing, and he's just relishing this. See, when I look at something like this, I'm not so much caring about the fight or what happened. I'm looking at what the people did and how they responded to this situation. And I gotta say, if I were just watching these two videos and had no experience with any of the other ones, this is kind of the conclusion I'd come to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've left unsaid here, other than I don't want to make light of any of the situations. Suicide's a terrible thing, unless you're joking about it. And I don't understand drama. As much as I can look at this and say, I look at this side and I look at this side, I don't understand why either one of these people would want to put themselves through this. Well, actually, scratch that. I get it. I just don't want to go into it. Wait a couple seconds for it to end. You know how it always cuts you off early if you don't. Let's see, how would we end this? Peace the fuck out. This is Happy Splody. May God be less.